Okay, guys, this is for anybody that wants to talk about silver or anything like that. Because I know a few of my subscribers are stackers. I would take from what I see. So let's talk about silver. What are the benefits of silver? Why? Because you can get an ounce of it for like what, 16, 17 bucks. I mean, like a pack of bubble gum, right? I mean, what is so good about silver? Okay. Well, let me answer that question for you. What is so good about silver is that you can't print it for one thing. Um, well, first let me start over. Let me start over. Silver was the first thing that I started researching pretty much after I got saved. That was like my first researching thing that I started looking into, and that led me into seeing that the Federal Reserve's about as federal as Federal Express. It's owned by a bunch of foreign banks, and every all the money goes to the British Crown. So does all the IRS money. It all goes to the British Crown. It's just so it led me into all that. But back to silver. I get off on tangents. Back to silver. Um, what good is it, right? Uh, well, just for now, everybody doesn't even realize anymore because the silver and gold's been taken out of everybody's money. It used to be we had silver and we had gold for money. That's what we got paid. That's back when it had intrinsic value. Now they can just print it and print it and print it and print it, and then the inflation, and so that steals your purchasing power away from your dollar, and you just can't even hardly buy nothing with a dollar anymore. Well, silver holds its value. Precious metals hold its value, so inflation doesn't kill it. Even though silver still sounds like it's cheap right now, you got to figure two pre 1964 or pre 1965 dimes or silver dimes and 20 cents is still going to buy you a gallon of gas. That's what they're worth. So you'll get over a gallon of gas for 20 cents if it had silver in it, from back in the day. So the government don't like that because that keeps the government under control. So they got to get the silver and the gold out of the money so they can print it into oblivion. Blah blah blah. So that's one good thing about silver because that's what they're doing with the money. Another thing is so okay. Now the silver has been suppressed for the last 150 years. Uh, with the opium wars with China, and I mean everything. If you guys do the research into it, for the last at least 150 years, silver has been suppressed. It's like the Achilles heel of the financial system. They don't. I mean, I believe at some point that silver is going to be worth more than gold. After the system goes down, the financial system goes down and it resets because there's less silver in the available above ground than there is gold. All gold's been saved all through history. Silver gets thrown away because they use it in cell phones, solar panels, everything. They use it in everything. Medical. So that's another thing. Silver is used for over 10,000 different mainstream things that people use. But it's used in little quantities, and so it gets thrown away because it's only $16 or $17 an ounce, right? Well, it just nothing else is as conductive as silver, and nothing else is as reflective as silver, so they don't have a substitute for it. Okay, so that's another thing. So now all these mines, all these silver, and gold mines that dig all this stuff up out of the ground, they've been running on a skeleton crew for the last I don't know how long because it costs them about the same amount to mine an ounce of silver as it does to sell an ounce of silver. So they're not really making any money right now. And as far as that goes, when the mines are not making money, they can't put money into exploration and invest in new mines. And it takes about 10 years for a new mine, once the exploration is figured out and set and they start doing, it's about 10 years before a mine is actually producing money where it's a profit. Or where you're even getting anything. Not even a profit, it's just where you start getting it. So there's another thing. Oh, what else about silver? Oh, it's only been, another thing is it's only been money for the last 5,000 years. And every fiat money system in the history of mankind has failed. And the average lifespan of that is like 42 to 43 years. And we're like 45, well, over 45 years now on ours. None of them's ever survived when they're not backed by anything. Not one. So, I don't know, I'm just sorry. I can go on about this stuff forever. You know, I've put so much research into everything that it's crazy. But get yourself silver when it does. When the system resets. If we're not raptured out of here at that point, I'm hoping that I have enough silver so I can help people out, and and do what I can do. But maybe we'll be raptured out of here by the time silver reaches that point. It does say in the Bible, that people will be casting their silver and gold out on the streets. I don't know if that's because everybody's so aggravated with, they know that the stock market and the precious metals market is all manipulated and it's all controlled, and so it's not going to go up, and people are just frustrated and they're sick of it, or something else. I don't know, because there's a lot of people that like to throw their silver out in the street right now. But so I just wanted to say hi. I love my subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys, I mean, the only reason I'm making videos is because I want to get people to believe that God is real, that Jesus is real, because I love everybody and I don't want to see anybody go down. You know what I'm saying? And but people don't believe it. So what do you do? I don't know. So well, I guess that's about it for tonight. There's our silver story. Oh yeah, Judah also sold Jesus out for 30 shekels of silver, which is about 15 ounces of silver. Can you believe that? I imagine it was probably worth more than $16 an ounce, though, because that wouldn't be very much. So in history and the look of things, you can see that the price of silver right now is way out of whack. Comes out of the ground at about 1 to 9, 1 ounces of gold to 9 ounces of silver. But it right now is being traded, for 1 to over 70 an ounce. 1 ounce of gold to 70 ounces of silver. It's so far out of whack, guys. Become your own central bank. Get as much gold and silver as you can if you want to try to save any wealth or not. I mean, if you have food, I mean, it don't really matter. Your first thing is, of course, have faith in God. It's just, I got this stuff before when I was researching into it and everything, and just held on to what I have. And if it does, it goes up, and it does, and I can help people out, or it doesn't, and I don't really care either. So sorry, I'm just rambling. See you guys later. See you, love you, bye.